morning, everybody. Day 3 in Egypt, in Cairo. Yesterday was the day of the pyramids. The first day was a neighborhood walk around, which is what we usually do when we go somewhere. It's always good to walk around the neighborhood, familiarize yourself with the local traditions, customs, and just to get a feel of the terrain. And then yesterday we spent our day over at Giza, over at the 3 pyramids and the Sphinx. And today we'll be going out to the center of Cairo. We'll be going to the Egyptian Museum, maybe a little ride on the Nile. We'll also be going to Khan Khalili and the Coptic area, probably the tower on the island. I forget the name of the island. I'll put it into the comments below. Everybody's a bit tired.
Potato.
Yeah, we didn't take it for kitty cat.
No, he won't.
Yeah.
And of course, this morning we have some visitors. Little kitty cats. Kita, kita, yala kita. Yala kita. The mother cat, she looks just like the baby cats. It's pretty incredible. Usually they're mixtures. And there's the mummy cat, and there's the baby cat. The baby cats are a little bit more fickle than the mummy cat. Mummy cats. So this morning we have a visit from Bastet, the goddess of cats, cat goddess Bastet, with her 2 little ones, which are in the background here. They ran away. They skedaddled. I don't know why they ran so fast. There's no menace, but you know, in ancient Egypt, there's a site here in Egypt itself where they have a temple to the cats, to Bastet, and the cats were worshipped by the ancient Egyptians, and they were actually mummified, and there are cat mummies that you can visit here in Egypt. I've spoken a little bit about Bastet, who is the cat goddess, and she is a goddess of protection, pleasure, and good health. She was the daughter of the sun god Ra, the sister of Sekhmet, the lion goddess, and the wife of Ptah, the creator of the cosmos. Ptah himself was a patron of the sculptors. And finally, Bastet was worshipped in Alexandria and Saqqara. She had temples there. So let us begin our journey through the Egyptian Museum. Quite an extraordinary day we had. Okay, folks, so what we've got in the next middle photo here is an image of a funerary mask. It's 5,700 years old, and it would be worn either by the person who was dead or the person celebrating the ceremony, and they would loop a string through the ears, or holes in the ears, and they would loop them through there. In the next images, we see the statuary group of Amenhotep III, followed by Sekhmet, the lion goddess, here on the left. One of the notable things here is the fact that, there's just so much stuff from the ancient Egyptians that they don't know where to put it all. So this is a work area that we're involved in here, that we found ourselves in, and you can see that stuff is just pushed to the back. That people don't even look at it. It's just ancient stuff. Canopic jars and vessels for water and things like this. Different entryways to the tombs and so forth, tombstones, some wonderful effigies as well, such as this one here. And the thing is that they're building another museum, of course. They're going to be fleshing this place out here, obviously, and they're building another museum called the Museum of Egyptian Civilization, where a lot of this stuff will be transported, and it'll be easier to see, easier to visit. It needs to really be organized according to age and category and so forth, but some really fabulous examples of pottery and so forth. Also have some hieroglyphs from the walls, carved away from the walls. A whole room, hieroglyphics, information here. Very interesting information about Nefertiti. It looks like Akhenaten. Looks to me like Akhenaten, the Middle Kingdom. Akhenaten from the Middle Kingdom. Amenhotep III, or Akhenaten. What is Sibua Akhenaten? Okay, so to give you an idea, this is a pharaoh's sarcophagus. You can see it's richly decorated all along the outsides, even along the inside. Now, when they buried the pharaoh's body would be, of course, embalmed, the viscera would be removed, and the body itself would be placed in a sarcophagus like this. Now, this sarcophagus would be transported into a larger container called the mastaba, which is over here, and the mastaba would hold the cover to the actual mummy, so you had actually 3 different layers. Now here's another example here where the original mummy would be placed inside another effigy of the pharaoh himself. Okay, so here we have the ushabti, which were embedded within the wrappings of the pharaoh's mummy, and these were used as servants in the afterlife. They were meant to serve the pharaoh in the afterlife. Absolutely amazing. They've got clothing, shoes, and jewelry and weapons. Just an astounding collection of artifacts, people's lives, farm tools, implements. I have no idea what these things are, but they're very interesting. Might have been good luck charms of some sort. Let's see something here. And here, over here, we have weapons of various sorts. We have straight knives and sabers. Straight knives and sabers. We have spears. Imagine the length of that baby getting stuck by that. Oh, very interesting little knife here. It looks almost modern, you know. And then you've got these small ones, and you've got a few sabers here. No, these are actually lances as well. Also lances, one on top of another. Artwork is just splendid, huh? Just so refined. Look at these miniatures. Look at the work.
I took pictures of this first time.
Yeah, these are the, look at these, the finesse. Absolute finesse. Okay, so in this effigy, this tomb, actually it's a tomb that held a sarcophagus, we can see the two crowns of Upper and Lower Egypt united with the crown of Ra, with the cobra inside it. The cobra's been eliminated, but you can basically make out the shape of the cobra. And so we have Egypt united. And here we have the exterior of the actual tomb, the sarcophagus itself, quite impressive. Quite honestly, it gets to the point where it's overwhelming. It's absolutely overwhelming, the amount of artifacts that you encounter visually. You know, it's to the mind to absorb all this, and some of them are just stuck in corners, like these beautiful stonework, a lot of turquoise and so forth, that imagine people wearing this 2,000, 3,000 years ago around their neck, on their fingers, as amulets. Well, we were looking for the scarabs, the scarabaei, and here they are. They have the tiny, tiny, tiny ones and the big, big, big ones. Very interesting. And you've got Scarabia City. Scarabia. And of course, fabulous jewelry. Look at this baby here. Wow. Leon, Leon. Stop. This is interesting. Okay, so here we have Nathbet, the vulture goddess, with the scarabaean inside, which was bringing eternal life to the pharaoh. And we also have the Atef crown, as you can see, the feathers of the Atef crown. And we have the backbone of Osiris. Osiris, who was cut into multiple pieces and thrown into a river while his son went looking for him to resurrect. So once again, very overwhelming, just extraordinary sarcophagi that we can see here. Many, many, many different sarcophagi. Is it sarcophagi or sarcophaguses? I imagine sarcophagi is in Latin. And it's just overwhelming. The entire wall is lined with these people laying in eternal rest. They were put together with some kind of pitch, some type of tar to conserve their bodies. This is an actual mummy, and you can see he's hermetically sealed. You can see the skull. The wrappings have been undone a bit around the head. And then you can actually see the feet if you look very closely.
Sing, and this may have occurred while the robbers in the
A bed with Sekhmet on the corners, the lion's head and the feet of the lion. So here we are on the second floor. This is where all the sarcophaguses are. Sarcophagus or sarcophagi. I'm still not sure about the pronunciation of that. And you can see it's quite massive. The second floor of the Egyptian Museum is quite massive. And even though it's massive, it's overcrowded. That represents the Greco-Roman period, I believe, down there. As I can see, what appears to be a Greek head. And this is the main entrance over here. We're overseeing the main entrance as we look down. And just enormous, ginormous. But overwhelming. You could easily spend 2 days here and still not see everything. These are legs from furniture, it seems to me. Here we have the wrappings for the mummies, I believe, or the papyrus, I'm not sure. No, the mummy wrappings, I believe. I believe these are the wrappings for the mummies. Cloth that went around them. Yes, the Egyptians used glass as well. Here we have a better overview of the mosaic and the main hall as we come in. The different wings. I'm not sure what these are. These were probably put into the mummies. Did they say what they are? These, I wanted to know what these are. Okay, so this covers the priests of Montu, which were from the Hatshepsut kingdom, well, her site, the Queen Hatshepsut, from the 21st dynasty of the New Kingdom, where they buried many of the priests and priestesses to the temple of the goddess Hathor, who was the cow-headed goddess of Egypt. Many of these were dug out in the late 19th century from the front of the Hepastile Hall of that particular chapel, which was dedicated to Hathor. This particular find was developed and brought forth by somebody called Auguste Mariat, who contributed this collection to the museums in Giza and the current Egyptian Museum, which opened, I believe, in 1902. Many of the Montu priests, other coffin sets have been divided between here and the Museum of Egyptian Civilization. So it ranges from the 21st to the 25th dynasty. And you can see they're all richly adorned, some of the most important Montu priests. This shows where they're digging out the actual sarcophagus. Sarcophagus. So very interesting, the history of how they actually found these in 1891, January the 31st, 1891, by what appears to be a French archaeologist, and the discovery of 153 different, the tomb with 153 burials of priests and priestesses from the cult of Amun. Okay, so two stretched out arms are the Ka that used to escape from the small hole in the pyramid, which represent the soul of the pharaoh. And the pharaoh, of course, was mummified and carried on the bark of Ra over to the city of the afterlife known as Abydos. When the person died, the Ka continued to live on in the tomb and to reanimate the body and the images of the deceased. And the symbol for the Ka consists of two outstretched arms. Abel. Cain slew his brother Abel, the sons of Adam and Eve. That's where this story came from in the Bible. Think about it. The brother slew the brother, and in the Bible, the brother slew the brother. Nothing new in the world, huh?